T, your joyful parent guide and harmonizer, and I am coming to you today with tip number 35 from Aletha Solter's book, Raising Drug-Free Kids. If you're watching the replay, please hashtag replay or hashtag ease, E-A-S-E, because that's what we're all about. Yesterday, I talked about tip number 34, and we're finishing up today the chapter on children from the ages of 3 to 6. And tip number 34 from yesterday was teach your child how the human body works. So today we're putting a cap on this chapter with number 35, which is teach your child the differences between poison, medicine, and food. Now, that's a great thing to do. There's two general ways that I think we can go about this. We can, now that we're, this is now in our awareness, we can take opportunities as they present themselves in ordinary life. Like if we go to the doctor and the doctor gives us a prescription, we can take that opportunity to talk to our child about, wow, if it's a prescription for you, say, mommy has this very specific condition and the doctor did lots of tests for mom, and this is what the doctor said is going to help, we hope. And I'm only supposed to take one of these every morning, or whatever the case may be. But letting them know that prescriptions are serious, they're no joke, and that there's a certain dosage. And then as it becomes something that you can talk about, sort of interactions between medicines and what else you're doing, or medicines and other medicines, other things that you might be taking. So that's one way. And then the other way is to create opportunities to talk about these things. Now that this is in your awareness, differentiating between medicine and food, or and poisons in there too. So one piece here that I want to offer, and she alludes to it in the chapter, is that a lot of kids' medicines and vitamins are flavored with fruit or sweeteners or what have you, some kind of sugar, to make it easier. And you think Mary Poppins, a spoonful of sugar, right? Okay, that's fine. And we can also help them distinguish, like, yeah, it tastes good so that you want to, so it's easier for you to take so that your fever can go away. But this is not candy. This is not the same thing as these gummies over here, which are a special treat. So really going out of our way to differentiate, because the taste can be the same. I remember there was some cough syrup or something when I was little that was grape flavored that I loved. And I would like fake having a cough because I loved it. Now the cherry one I thought was gross. So if that's all we had in the house, I was not faking. So you see where she's going with this and where I'm going with this too. That we really want to help our kids distinguish. And if you're here live, please say hi. Would love to say hello to you. The other thing she talks about was inhalants, which I found very interesting. I found it somewhat strange, and then I remembered back to when our oldest was a baby, I needed to use a nebulizer on him, and I think at one point I was trying to remember the word for that, the nebulizer, because he had certain he had like a constriction with his breathing, and the doctor was afraid he was going to be asthmatic and all kinds of things. So making sure that they understand, age appropriately, but that they understand that inhaling things is a very powerful way to bring things into their body. And so we wouldn't want to, for example, when the school bus is going by, go in the middle of the street right after it went by and inhale deeply all of those fumes, because those are poisonous. Those are not good for our bodies. Similarly, there are things in the house that if we were to take the cap off and inhale deeply, that's very bad for our bodies. So at this stage, and I did mention yesterday that their brain waves are such that they are just taking things in. They're not judging. They're not really, differentiating or putting too much thought to things. When they're under the age of 6, they're really accepting things. So it's a very powerful age to get some of these messages grounded and the foundation for some of these lessons into their psyche. So that's, I think, all I want to say about that. This book is amazing. I would highly recommend the book. If you love what you're hearing, the book is fantastic. If you love what you're hearing, you can also hear that a lot of it, I wouldn't be doing this if it didn't highly resonate with me and with the work that I do. So just know that Relational Parents is a resource for you. And I'm going to put the link to the Relational Parent tool belt underneath. At the time of this recording, that tool belt is it's amazing. And I'm going to be adding some things to it, but that is $222, a great investment for you, with your children, and also for many of the tools can be used with other people in your lives and even yourself. So take good care, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to tomorrow when we'll be starting the chapter on children between the ages of 6 and 12. Bye for now.